take it in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now last time so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On the toss, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not?
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Looking pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he wants to
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will set a shot at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had a big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 20. We're good. We're good.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
5.
Check 52 to Mike. Check.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He'll take a shot to the end zone. And it's caught for the Rams. Touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go, here we go.
Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Here we go. 21. Black 80.
On third down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Surprise,
20.
On third and medium proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like we have green on that play.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bandit.
Now gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Slam.
Hey, shell. Switch. Horrible.
This one to Gurley. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Kill.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill.
Super 66.
Out of the gun. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 with a 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Let's go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
We got this.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. 180!
58, come on. Okay, double up.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Bullock's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Take 4.
Value 1.
On the draw, off gives to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
That QB's trapped.
From the gun, here's Gone. And unable to connect, incomplete. So give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now here's Ross. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
On first down, Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Baby, boom!
Here we go, here we go.
Halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now hard to be at the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
He certainly is.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You see me out here?
When we talk about Akeem Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they're going to get anything going.
They're going to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by his Bengals D. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
3 down, 3 down. Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Whip.
There's Gone.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us, up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators are probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't
block me.
There's Garoppolo throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Value 3, value 3.
Now it's gone. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2.
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got you. I got you.
They'll stay on the ground. Hits it again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, praise praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game.
Right, here we go, here we go.
Slowed them down on that run. Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Check, watch 54.
Garoppolo now. He's got his man here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain
21.
All the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
54, Mike, 54. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Mixon. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Goff will lead the Rams out here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 52 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Give me that ball.
Gurley again here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Shell.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you found the loss yardage.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jordan Evans, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think he wasn't a quarterback. The number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go, here we go,
So
here we go.
from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A gain of 32 that
Let's
time.
go, boys, bring it up.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Here we go,
So
here we go.
the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, just outside the 30.
Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here it comes, here it comes.
From the 22, Garoppolo. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get him thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Points up.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Welcome back now here in London. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Go!
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's going down left side. It's a foot race. A big play there. Complete to Cup. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, it's good. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Now carry down for Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back.
Here we go.
I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
Watch 16.
You're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
Kill, kill, kill.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they were able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they're not going to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now they run with Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got you.
Man, I got you.
Hey, watch that.
Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the
Here we go,
pass
here we
rush
go.
is getting after
Black
them. They
80.
get upfield, get that
One,
great
Omaha.
push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
120.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Going up and over. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, team.
And the blitz does come. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Watch my board. Hey, let's get that ball, team.
11.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy
Here we
catches
go.
the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did.
And he bows his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out.
Yeah!
So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 2. Ball. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
There we go.
Brandon Cooks.
There you go.
72 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all very good, Charles.
And they controlled it from the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the
Here we
ends,
go.
they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But when this game is advanced, you're going to a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But it's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On third
12,
down.
here we go.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 18 yards on that one. The Bengals are moving. First down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he rifles one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he dinged up here? Or is he just not a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowing him to run with him stride for stride.
Squeeze, double.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mike part two. Watch the back.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley.
Let's go. Come on.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. From the 34 down, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
What's up?
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Los Angeles, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,